W's and L's. Let's get it.
Who's going first?
Who wants to go first? I can go first.
Go ahead.
I haven't gone first in forever.
Switch the culture up.
Bet. First dub goes to both Kevin Durant and Cash Doll.
Oh my gosh.
So we all know the lyric from JT. All these niggas want to fuck JT. Mm-hmm. Cash Doll tweeted, all these niggas want to fuck KD. And Kevin Durant had some things to say about that shit.
Took it upon himself to respond to that shit.
But why though? But like though, Kevin,
But again, it is Kevin, Mr.
Like
Attention.
he was offended?
He was like, come on now, you ain't have to say KD. You ain't have to use those initials.
Family, you're not the only one with the initials Kate. So
it's tough because when you say KD, who are you talking about?
It's not tough. We're talking about men want to fuck KD. Why would you insert yourself into everyone's consciousness when that's the subject? What? Like, I get it. It's a crazy play on words and everybody. Oh, KD. But like, just leave it alone, bro. Like, this nigga, he's never seen a high road in his life.
Nope.
This nigga has never seen a high road in his life.
No,
Skyscrapers are foreign to this nigga.
That's a fact.
He only knows gutters.
This nigga, man. It's just like,
This nigga is a mole.
I'm the real KD. Wait, no, I'm sorry. You did not have to use those initials to get this tweet off. You have to relax with the KD talk. Your name is Cash Doll. Cash Doll responds, I'm the real KD. Your name is Kevin Durant. Act accordingly. Get him, Cash. Get him, Cash. Get him, KD.
Oh, shit. I just thought that whole thing was hilarious, so they both get dubs. I want to give a dub to everybody who have contributed to keeping Clown Cone in business.
Hey.
If you are from Northside, you definitely know about Clown Cone. You definitely been there and had some ice cream or some candy or all the numerous shit that they sell. Yeah. But yeah, so I guess because of COVID, they've been hit pretty badly. Mm-hmm. But, the community chipped in and basically helped them out. And so they're still in business. The guy that owns it still there. So shout out to them.
I've never been there. In all the years I've lived in Columbus, I've yet to be there yet.
What?
Yet to go there yet.
Bro, you better get yourself a fucking cone from Clown Cone.
Yeah, for sure.
They're going to have to pay us racks for that.
They can't pay us nothing.
Clearly they can't.
No, they're about to.
You don't got to pay us anything.
They're in the bind, Nate. Just give me some.
We in the bind, Nate.
Just give me some slushies and some candy, dog. That's it. That's all I want, Craig. That's all I want.
My last dub goes to Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak, and Bootsy Collins. They're creating a super group by the name of Silk Sonic.
I'm sorry, give it to me again.
Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak,
yeah.
Bootsy Collins.
How much coke do you think
they bringing back soul music, huh?
How much coke you think they went through
they about to bring back funk?
Yes.
How many streams of coke?
A lot.
Yo, that's what I want to know.
Coke by the boatload.
Coke boys.
Goddamn, Anderson
.Paak
boys and Bruno Mars.
Coke boys.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
They about to bring back funk.
Yeah.
Y'all about to see niggas in leisure shoots and afros.
Facts.
This is gearing up for my birthday, fam. It's the universe.
Playing bass guitar.
Yep. About to cop me an 8-ball. Copping an 8-ball for the next kickback, fellas.
Bro, it's going to be Coke by the boatload for them niggas.
I'm talking about the music. Y'all talking about they all cokeheads.
I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Now the music's about to be amazing. I hope so, at least.
Nah, it is, man. It's Anderson .Paak. He's hot sauce. He goes great on anything.
Bruno Mars is...
Bruno Mars, too.
Bootsy Collins.
Bootsy Collins.
Legendary.
Give credit to everybody involved.
Facts. On to my L's. First L goes to RBE Battle League. So they just announced a main event. Hitman Holla versus Cassidy.
Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why are we doing this? No. 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 Why, man? Why?
You know why.
Oh, man.
Why?
I don't know.
Why do they keep paying this nigga to
I
do
don't
this?
know. I don't know.
The hustler. versus the false team.
Apparently, the only thing better than building up a legacy of a battle rapper in a battle rap league is tearing it down. That's the only thing better, huh?
Yeah.
Because this is nonsense.
Facts.
And it's like, you're not even giving him cupcakes to pad his legacy. You giving him niggas who are going to destroy his entire world.
Yes. Yep.
What he had Goods, Arsenal. He got Hitman Holla now. So what, he gonna battle Mook soon? It's gonna be Cassidy versus
I really
Murder
hope
Mook?
not.
I would actually
Mook
want to
will
see
make
it.
him
I would
quit
actually-
battle rapping entirely.
No, he won't. Because clearly being booed in multiple battles back
Didn't
to
do
back
it.
is
Yeah.
not good enough.
As long as they keep paying him a bag, he's gonna do it.
Anything for
But
money,
how much money you gonna spend on a nigga to watch get beat up? Like,
Fight back. Fight back.
Oh yeah.
Cassidy, I come in with the hammer saw. Pause.
Hell no.
Yeah, I don't know. Hitman Holla has a couple battles that I need to see from him, and Cassidy is definitely
Not one of
most
them.
definitely
Yeah.
not
He's
one
not
of
on
them.
the list of niggas I want to see you rap.
Not even
against, fam.
close. I don't think there is a Cassidy battle I want to see. At this point, I can't think of anybody.
I don't want to see that.
You know what I mean?
What's Cassidy's real name? We need to address him by his government.
I can't remember. One of his albums was named after it. I don't know. Anyway,
He's getting worse, y'all.
yes,
Needs to end.
agreed. Second L goes to who makes? Is it
Adrian Reese.
Yeah,
Ooh, you know what? Final battle for Cassidy. Let's bring it back full circle.
yeah.
I think both parties could benefit from this.
You about
I'm
to say
afraid.
some bullshit.
Cassidy versus Joe Budden.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew that was coming.
Let's get it going. Let's bring it back full circle. Let's set Cassidy out to pasture with one last battle
Joe
versus
wouldn't do
Joe
it.
Budden.
Joe wouldn't do it.
Versus
Joe
Joe
wouldn't
Budden.
do it.
Let's do it.
Joe
Let's
wouldn't do it.
I am not interested in watching him rap against someone who's of caliber. I don't need to see that. I know what that looks like. Give me somebody who's probably just as shaken in his battle rap skills.
Joe's not going to do it
I don't know why not. Against Cassidy?
because if he loses, it's curtains,
Right?
For
but then
for a
that
lot
gives
of shit.
him all the incentive to do well. Because
So
you
then we're
cannot
going to
see
see
Cassidy.
So then we're going to
You
see Cassidy lose
cannot.
again.
You cannot.
He's not
but
taking
it'll
the
be a more
time
even
out of his
battle,
schedule
though.
for that.
It'll be a little bit even more battle because even Joe would tell you his battle rap skills are not up to par.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 20 years ago, Joe. So it's going to be an even skill set, but you cannot lose to Cassidy.
No.
I don't give a fuck who you are. You can't lose to Cassidy right now.
Facts. Well, Disaster lost to Cassidy, but
He is his name.
fair enough.
Adrian.
You can't lose to Cassidy. Come on, Joe.
Joe won't do it.
Let's do
Joe
it.
is not doing that.
Joe's
shit.
not
it
doing
going.
that.
He got too much going on.
Back of the bus
for
will
that.
host it. We'll get together. Now we're not gonna cut y'all a check, but
can cut us a check.
However, maybe we get some sponsors or something.
Definitely can't afford Joe Budden's price.
No.
Can't even afford Cassidy's price. I'm just saying.
We should be able to afford Cassidy's price.
I'm sure he's getting.
We should. Now,
Oh,
would we
okay.
actually
I
be?
got you. I got you. I got what you're saying. I got what
In
you're
real life, we
I
should
mean,
be able to afford that.
You
Shit.
get him some Black and Miles. That's what he likes smoking on.
some
with
Black
his
and
niggas.
Miles,
And a
a
ham
bottle,
sandwich.
bottle of water, and a Lunchable.
In a lunch.
We'll let you make beats. Here. Entertain yourself until the battle. Yeah, I don't know who makes this toy. I can't remember. But the people who make Mr. Potato Head.
Man, get the fuck out of here. That shit, man.
Hasbro.
That's what I thought it was. I couldn't remember if it was Hasbro or Mattel. So they are basically making him gender fluid. Mm-hmm. Thoughts
Just
about
potato head.
that? Yeah.
Because there's a Miss Potato Head as well.
He has a whole wife, y'all. He got a whole wife. So y'all just murdered Miss Potato Head to make Potato Head gender neutral?
Yep.
I don't listen. And I hate that we're going to be placed on the outside of this conversation because of the take that I think we all have on it, but it is what it is at this point. There is no reason to introduce sexuality into a children's toy in any regard, whether it's leading them to a straight sexuality, a homosexual one, a bisexual one, a non-binary one, whatever it is that you do. There is no reason to introduce that kind of content to the children who are supposed to be playing with a potato head.
Facts.
What does gender neutrality have to do to a child?
Nothing.
Absolutely
Nothing
nothing.
at all.
There are full-blown adults who don't understand the difference between sexuality and gender.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you now putting it on your children to do so?
Effectively confusing the fuck out of them.
And you know what? I'm not even saying that this is a step. I'll be fair. I'm not even going to say that this is a step that would necessarily confuse a child. If it's just a potato head and it's not a person, then it shouldn't be a problem. My point is that we keep going to extreme measures to impose sexuality on our children.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like this was necessary. You have a boy potato head. You have a girl potato head.
Yeah.
It's literally a toy where you can mix and match the parts. What else needed to be done? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah. Nah, it's
Some shit is just unnecessary.
absolutely.
That being one of them.
For sure. My last L goes to the Breakfast Club. So I sent y'all the video of them interviewing the guy that we talked about last week,
The heroin dude.
the Colombian professor,
Professor Heron.
Dr. Carl Hart. So there is a Columbia professor who goes by the name of Dr. Carl Hart, who does heroin regularly for work-life balance.
Mr. Heron.
He does heroin regularly
To
for work-life balance. He's been on the Joe Rogan show, and again, he is a Columbia professor and chair for the department at Columbia.
Oh, so he has tenure. They can't fire him.
Like psychology.
That's the only reason why he's out here talking about it. He has tenure. They can't fire
Psychology and
him.
neuroscience. He wrote a book about it. He's also dabbled in bath salts and Molly.
Also a black man during Black History.
Also a black man.
During Black History Month.
No, he black?
He's black.
We don't do dog food.
And he basically is making several really good points about the fact that we should probably have testing for some of the drugs so that users know if they have fentanyl in their drugs or whatever, and how police were mostly created during, or a lot of police jobs were given to the people who lost jobs in these factory jobs so that they can stop, drugs and stuff like that. So the war on drugs basically caused more police to be in our communities and things like that. So several great points, but all Charlemagne and Envy wanted to do was talk about how he does drugs. That's all they wanted to talk about. And it just seemed like every time he would come up with a really good point, they just wanted to bring it right back.
Meth? And you know what? And but that's what I come to expect for them. So that goes without saying. I wonder with him, with the professor, is what did you expect when you're leading, or your most popular, accomplishment is the fact that you regularly use heroin. You know what I mean?
That was another thing he addressed in the interview, was that the New York Post article was incorrect and that he doesn't actually regularly use it.
Wow.
He hasn't used it in like a year or two.
What?
Yeah.
They painted this man as if he's an active heroin user.
Yep. And so
he's like a recovering addict or something, or what?
No, he was just, he used
trying it.
But that's kind of his
He was
job
a
at some point.
social heron user, is what you're saying.
What is his discipline? Like, what does he teach?
Like neuroscience and psychology.
First hand
kinda
experience, huh?
So that's probably why.
Man, look, I could study a bunch of addicts. I don't need to take the dope myself.
True.
Nah.
It's extreme. It's extreme for
That's
sure.
extreme.
Don't get in the trenches. Be in the trenches, man.
Right.
Your feet dirty.
Definitely
What you talking
extreme,
about?
but
He said, "You don't know the mud till you lay in it."
Yeah.
right. And he basically said, like, I don't really use it all like that, and like stop saying that. Like, I'm not promoting the use of drugs. I'm promoting
Coulda fooled me.
responsibility around
Drug use.
people who are already using drugs. And he kept saying that, and yet they didn't want to hear that. They just kept going back to
Charlamagne.
that has been like the basis of a lot of decriminalizing drug movements. I think they did it in Portland,
Oregon.
Oregon. Yeah, they did it in Oregon.
Portland, Oregon.
And so like the idea is to create better awareness for drug use, because if you're addicted already, you're already using it, you're going to use it, right? So maybe do it safely. We get you clean needles. We'll like you said, try to test it to see if it's spiked with fentanyl or something that's going to kill you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't necessarily have a problem with that. Pushing more away from a criminalization of marijuana and not marijuana, of drugs in general, right? More towards punishment for people getting swept up in that shit as opposed to trying to help them out of it.
Yeah.
So if that's part of it, getting them to do it safely has to be the first step to make sure they stay alive long enough to get clean. I don't necessarily have a problem with that. I didn't know that about the what was it, New York Times or
New York Post, I believe.
The New York Post. Yeah, I didn't know that about the article because they definitely painted him, make him seem like, hey, yo, I'm an active heroin user and I'm a professor. This is a taboo topic. Let's talk. You know,
it wasn't until I watched the Breakfast Club interview that I didn't even.
He didn't even come on there wanting to talk about that shit. Probably he wanted to.
Yeah, no, he wanted to talk about the book that he wrote about responsibly using drugs, and they just said
they turned it.
Why do you keep promoting the use of drugs? And it's like that's not what he's talking about.
That's corny.
It's bullshit. So, a L to Charlamagne and Envy, a dub to Angela Yee though. She was trying to keep it on top.
Keep it focused.
DJ Envy, Angela Lee, Charlamagne,
Charlamagne.
Y'all got some names on here, boy.
That's all I got.
Go to Marcus.
All right.
Go to Marcus.
So, first L we got is going out to Mr. Joseph Biden. He's been making a regular appearance on our Dubs and L show here for various reasons, and this one is not so positive. So, here we go again, arguing $15 minimum wage, right? This week, the Senate parliamentarian ruled that you cannot pass, not that you can't, because, again, this isn't a decision that she can make. She's a reader of rules, if you will, right? And not even rules that are set in stone, because ultimately they can disagree with her opinion and just move on from it, right? She ruled that you cannot pass a $15 minimum wage spike or hike in a budget bill. So that's how the Democrats were planning to do it. If they didn't get Republican support, they were going to do it with a simple majority under the budget, I guess, under the Senate budget. She ruled that couldn't be done, or that it shouldn't be done. Now, once again, this is this made-up position of this lady who's not an elected official. You know what I mean? No one voted her to her position. She just gave an opinion. You could say, okay, and then vote the next day to get a $15 minimum wage. As slow as this bill is even proposing over the next 5 years, you can still just do it if you want to.
Right.
You could just totally say, hey, do what the Republicans have done to you when they own the Senate with one fucker, one person. It takes one Republican to shut down an entire Democratic agenda. Yeah. Whether that be Mitch McConnell or some random person that no one's heard of before this week, to entirely derail an entire campaign promise of a $15 minimum wage.
Yeah.
Same thing's going on with these checks. We keep waiting on Republican support. We keep bantering back and forth with Republicans. We can pass this with a simple majority. Kamala Harris being the deciding vote. You have everything you need. You have the White House. You have the Congress. You have the House. You have the Senate. You have it all. You have everything. You have the tiebreaker. You got it. Whatever you want, do it.
Just make a fucking
fuck
happen.
all this working across the what use is working across the aisle? What is the use if you have ultimate control? How does that benefit you? How does it benefit you to give concessions to the other side if you have all the leverage?
That is the Democrats in a nutshell.
Like, it's crazy, bro. So now we talking about, well, maybe $10 an hour for minimum wage over the next 5 years, by the way. Not immediately, but over the next 5 years.
Yikes.
So 5 years to get to $10, not 15.
Not what everybody's asking for. Not what your constituents are asking for.
Hey, Biden, you went down to Georgia before that special election and you told them people that if we voted for Warnock and if they voted for, what's the other guy? Assoff. If we voted for them guys and got them in the Senate, that we would get $2,000 checks. We are now fighting and arguing over $1,400 checks. That was a lie. $15 minimum wage. Seems to be wavering on that because some random fuck in the Senate told you that you shouldn't do it that way. lie. You right out the gate lying. Not to mention that you just bombed you violated international law last week and bombed a whole bunch of motherfuckers in Syria.
Mm-hmm.
Don't waste this incredibly high approval rating that you have right now on nonsense. You have the power, use it. Use it. Only dub I got this week is going out to the Marvel MCU in WandaVision. For having the number one show on TV probably for the last 7 or 8 weeks.
Damn, I'm slacking.
Yeah. Is
it an hour long or 30 minutes?
It's like most of the episodes have been like 35, maybe 38 minutes at the most. This last one, because we coming up on the finale next week.
I guess I have to binge it then.
And no, definitely is comes highly recommended. Finds a way to like weave in the story of all the films and continue it through this very, very like interesting and peculiar show.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be far different than anything you've seen so far in the MCU. The craziest part about it, and I'm not going to get too many spoilers here, but I'm 8 episodes into this show. I've been glued to it for 8 weeks to the point that some nights I stay up and watch this shit, right? At 3 o'clock in the morning. There hasn't been a single fight scene yet.
Wow.
There hasn't been a single battle scene yet. And I didn't even realize it until I was watching one of the review shows for this show that I'm watching. And they mentioned it. There hasn't been a single superhero fight in 8 episodes. We're getting ready to get to the finale. Now, in the finale, there's probably going to be a bit of fighting.
For sure.
But there hasn't been to this point in 8 episodes of this show that's been able to create like a sort of a community of people watching this show together. So it's
interesting.
It's dope.
That has kept you so captivated despite not needing any kind of action.
Real action, right? And part of that is the show. Obviously, shout out to everybody that goes into that production. But also the groundwork that they laid. That's only possible for a story that you've been telling for a long time. For characters that you're deeply invested in. That doesn't just pop out the blue. You can't just decide that you're going to do that tomorrow. That's 10, 15 years worth of success, essentially.
Yeah.
So I have to give a retraction to some bail I was trying to throw a couple weeks ago for Uncle Bernie's niece,
Nessa,
Miss Camille Wimbush. Man, I got up here and I told y'all that y'all was some nasty niggas for assuming that Nessa was going to be out here showing skin and
Camille booty.
She said it herself. Like, hey, y'all just assuming I'm going to do this. Is going to be minimal nudity. That's the one thing that stood out from her statement. Minimal nudity. Mm-hmm. I think you can get a lot more minimal than a hand towel.
Yeah.
And maybe get you some baby oil for your right cheek.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it's not the most racy thing I've ever seen, but it's a lot more than she was leading on that she was going to actually be doing. Which I guess at the end of the day, it ain't none of our business. But you did get up here and shame people for saying that you was going to be showing skin, and here we are a few weeks into your OnlyFans
showing ashy skin.
Showing ashy ass. God damn it!
Get it how you live, man. Just be honest. You don't gotta.
You ain't get the lie, Craig.
If you gonna be out here shaking ass on OnlyFans, then
she gonna be posing nude, reading like shit out of articles, teaching niggas.
Like, I mean, it was light, but then for her to be like, it's gonna be minimal nudity. To me, that's shoulder straps. Minimal nudity. Maybe some capris.
Minimal nudity is no areola exposure.
I was about to say, like, minimal nudity is not taking the dish towel and putting it over your breast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's not minimal.
No.
At all.
That's funny as shit, son.
That's it.
Yikes.
Gotta give a L to a school in Wichita. There was a picture that surfaced of their band rehearsing in fucking tents.
What?
They were in these
tents.
And like when you go to like a little league game and there's like some parents, they bougie, they don't want to get touched by the elements, and they in them little personal tents. Mm-hmm. They have these kids practicing their flutes and trombones in these fucking tents. while they are
like
like
on the field, but everybody.
well, they were in the auditorium. They're in the auditorium during this shit. But it's like, why are they practicing in tents, dog?
it's
Like
too
it's
much.
it's, it's a
Way too
band,
much.
fam. I'm sorry. Like if you're gonna have my kid in a tent, claustrophobic, then he can't play the tuba this year. I'm sorry. Big ass tents,
Is that cool?
sweaty ass neck and shit. Like, what are you doing, fam?
Yeah, that's dumb. That's dumb.
Yeah. Another L goes to the Hawks and the Thunder. This week they played against each other. And usually when you're playing an opposing team, you try not to wear the same color. Well, these bozos decided they were going to wear their red and orange jerseys, confusing the fuck out of each other on the court, confusing the fuck out of people. So mid-game switch, they went and got their white jersey. So I thought that was kind of comical. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I blame the NBA. That shouldn't even have got that far.
Yeah. Should have been a conversation had
y'all
prior.
shouldn't even have to do that at halftime. Like, don't they check? I feel like that's part of the ref's job is to like check jerseys and shit like that pregame.
Part of the damn equipment manager's job to know that shit.
Somebody's job for sure.
Got to give a L to Leanna Waith. I hope I'm saying her name.
Waith?
Lena Waith. Leanna, I'm sorry. I'm fucking your name up. Because you're such a cornball. Respectfully. I still want to get a roll on the Shy, but you got to come to the podium. Your commentary on Versus this weekend was very, 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 very
Oh,
trash.
what did she say?
D'Angelo looks like he smells like cigarettes. So-and-so go and get the fried chicken. Something about Black and Milds. Where's his cute friends at? And all this other, like, very Jamel Hill-ish humor. Yeah, so
The
it's
cigarettes
just,
one caught me off guard. That was kind of funny.
come on. Like,
But it's just like, it was like, oh, look at all these coons.
yeah, look at the coons out here cooning.
She said something
for
about
you.
like she wanted some soul food or
She
something
wanted
like
some
that.
soul food. Somebody get the greens off the stove. Very corny. Very corny. You know what I mean? Don't hold it against me.
making white people money. You start saying ignorant shit.
My last and final L, big L for Jeremy Lin. Jeremy, or should I say Jeremy COVID coronavirus Lin.
Damn.
He's been getting bullied in the D League.
Sorry, what?
He's been getting bullied. Let me say that again. Jeremy Lin, a grown ass man playing against.
He's been getting called coronavirus.
He's been
hasn't
getting called coronavirus, and he was on CNN crying about being bullied and made fun of. If you don't cut ass back and start cracking jokes on these little niggas
He been calling him corona.
for making you cry, bro, if you don't get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, yo, he's got to be like a old vet
a
in
vet?
the NBA, like an old vet
G League.
in the G. Well, but he's an NBA vet though.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
been
yeah,
in there.
yeah.
The nigga's over
Wow,
35.
long
at
while.
minimum.
If I'm not mistaken, Kevin Garnett said that Melo's wife tasted like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Lala, sir.
Sorry.
Tastes like
I'm sorry.
Honey Nut
Yeah.
Cheerios. Respect, my
Lala, for sure.
Uncle Melo's wife.
Keisha from Power.
Yeah. Tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios.
So that's a million times worse than coronavirus.
That might have been during the Linsanity era when that happened.
Yeah, probably. It was when he was
And
in
you
New York.
played for the Knicks, and I know the fans were cutting ass on you when you were losing.
I feel like this is something you could have kept in the organization. I wouldn't have went on CNN, but I definitely would have brought it to the organization. Like, look, man, even if you feel like it's beyond just like regular locker room banter, keep that shit into the organization.
Because that is a little
right
extra.
to feel that way.
Yeah, that is a little extra.
You have the right. You also
Yeah,
have the
don't call me
right.
coronavirus.
You also have a right to call somebody mama a crackhead when they call you COVID, dog. Whether it's true or not.
Facts.
You need to clap back.
You do. You do.
You're not gonna sit here and call me COVID and
And we
think
know
it's
that's
sweet.
how we would handle the situation. Maybe it's not fair to expect everybody to handle it that way. But if he felt that type of way,
Not CNN.
there's a lot more that you can do in between sitting there staying silent and going to talk to CNN.
Jeremy Lin, please, man, grow a sack. And I know that sounds. This sounds so toxic. I sound so toxic. But I'm sorry, fam. I'm from the era where nigga cut ass on you, you cut ass back. It might hurt, but you got to clap
Yeah,
back.
verbal bullying is different.
It's different,
today. Because back then that was jokes, and you can either choose to joke back, or you
Fight.
can sit there and take it,
Or fight.
or fight. You know what I mean?
Fight back.
You got options.
Fight back.
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't a thing of like, now you say something to somebody and it's like, oh my goodness.
Sir,
My word.
What did you say? I'm
They
what?
don't know how to handle it. They so used to saying
COVID-19.
shit to each other on the internet, they don't know how to
Respond in real
how to
life.
joke
face.
with each other, how to have like playful banter.
For sure.
Terrible, terrible, terrible.
We never did talk about Meek and the whole line.
What the fuck is going on with Meek?
And yeah, just in general.
Yeah, the line was trash. I'm glad Vanessa
garbage.
checked it.
You did not need to say that. It was completely unnecessary.
Could have kept it in the tuck.
I'm not sure what's going on with this Tekashi shit. I don't even know why we still doing shit to publicize Duke. I was actually going to get on here this weekend and say something good about Meek because I saw Charm City Kings, and it was surprisingly good. It was a good. I mean, his performance was surprisingly good.
Mm-hmm. Even though he was playing himself, like you said.
Basically, it was just a nigga from Philly who just got out of jail not too long ago. So, but it was a good performance. He was good in it, I thought. But all of this nonsense, this is weak.
I believe Meek makes good music. I believe that Meek is probably a good actor. I think Meek is just dumb as shit. I think he's stupid. Not in the sense that, I mean, he did make his way to millions
like
off
Tristan
of
Thompson dumb.
But I think he just lacks common sense from time to time.
Yeah, I would tend to agree.
Yeah.
I would tend to agree. I don't understand what even made that a hot line. It was lazy as fuck.
I don't even know how it refers to the line before it. I feel like you just wanted to make a shock line, which is whack as fuck.
Going out with my child, like, man, come on, bro. Like,
yeah, you had to know that was going to ruffle a lot of.
That shit didn't even sound good.
No.
Yeah, nah.
I think bro is just dumb. Looking forward to the next album though, but I think that shit he's dumb.
All right, on to these dubs.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that in the middle of your shit. I thought you were done.
Nah, fam.
Oh,
cool. Nigga Debo my dubs. To diss Meek.
That's what you get for the picture. Anyway,
disrespect is impeccable. Indianapolis principal. There was a student wearing a hat because his haircut was fucked up. So instead of like scolding the little dude or like suspending him for wearing a hat, pulled out the clippers, gave this little nigga a lineup, got him back crispy. So shout out to Black Excellence again. Raphael Sadiq of Tony Tone has come out and said there will be a reunion of the group coming soon. So I don't know about y'all niggas, but I'm a Tony Tone fan. So
he should do a versus.
I could see it. He should.
Just a versus with friends.
D'Angelo.
I feel like with the verses and friends, if that's the case, they should get Miss Yielded and let her do a versus and with friends.
Little known fact that let me work it, put the thing down, flip it and reverse it.
If you play it backwards, it says it. Where you been at, fam? When did you find that out?
Today, years old.
Yeah,
like 2 days ago.
Really?
Damn. And I was like, you know what? She was telling us what she was doing the whole fucking time.
She put that thing down.
I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
It's your
flippity anthem. It's your flippity anthem.
be like that.
Yeah.
And then last dub, Erykah Badu turned 50 this week. So shout out to her.
Shout out to Erykah Badu.
Milestone
Queen
age.
of the vibes.
Bang lady.
Legend.
You gon' hurt your back.
Feel like you about to say something egregious.
Legend.
Yeah, you about to say something nuts. So
Nope. Erykah Badu's a legend.
that's it.
She's a legend.
All right.
Queen of the vibes.
Queen of the vibes.
Because we all know who the king is.
Who's the king, Josh?
The king of the vibes? Who is the king of the vibes?
Tell me.
I don't know. I did just say we all know. And then
You said that with some confidence.
I did. I don't know. Who is the king of the vibes? If you had to make a king of the vibes, who's the king of the vibes?
I don't know, fam.
King of the vibes? Maxwell
Maxwell or Kim.
Music Soul
I can
Child?
see Kim. More so than Maxwell?
Yeah. You got the hits.
Nah, man. You play if you talking about vibes and you trying to catch a vibe, I'm cutting on that Maxwell first.
Teach Me versus Pretty Wings.
Pretty Wings.
Pretty wings.
That's a whole vibe right there.
I did it wrong. You were right. Transform your love into life.
It's a good way to end the
It
in the
is.
podcast.
Baby,
Song of the
I
week.
need you. Sorry I told you right.
Thanks for watching another Back of the Bus Squad episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Want to check out another episode related to this, go ahead and click that video to the left.
And if you want to catch up on some of our other episodes, make sure you click the playlist below.